Hey, it's your friendly neighborhood puppy chaser. Today's topic, spaying and neutering. So, remember this guy? For those of you who missed out on that crap show, you can find the video I did on that story linked in the description. Recap. Kid gets a present canario and finds he can't handle the dog's strong-willed nature. Surprise, surprise! He never got the dog neutered. Casper is 2 years old at the time of this episode. Well, here we go.
Pair of very impressive testicles.
Yeah, there's no joke.
Those testicles are ruling his life. Eric, don't tell me you're one of those guys that doesn't want to neuter your dogs.
Nah, I don't
because...
want to. First of all, I want to breed him, so I would definitely not want to do that until I bred him a couple times. I know he's going to lose a lot of his drive.
Her face really says it all. Come on, man.
The young, unneutered male is predictably unpredictable. If you want your dog's behavior to change, one of those ways is going to be neutering him. Why do you not want to neuter your dog?
I don't want to do that to him.
Okay, pause. I honestly cannot understand what it is with guys not wanting to castrate their animals. Like, do you even know how easy males have it? Neuters are the easiest procedures. Snip, snip, and it's over. Do you know what a spay procedure is? They cut them open, take out their ovaries, uterus, and reproductive tract, then sew them back up. Males, you got that cone of shame for a few days and then you're good. Females, man, you got that cone of shame for 2 weeks. Come on. If anyone should feel weirded out by a fixing procedure, it should be us girls.
I don't think somebody should have to deal with that. I will not neuter Casper. Plus, I want to breed him also, so I'm definitely.
Why do you want to breed him?
Because I want to be able to have little Casper puppies running around, play with.
So you want little versions of that dog you had to call in a world-renowned trainer to come fix running around? Do you even hear yourself? Yeah, my dog's a bleep hole, but I want more of him. Okay. If you have to call a dog trainer to fix aggression issues, but still want to breed that animal, you might be a dummy. Here's your sign.
With them for a little bit and then sell them to people that want this kind of dog.
That are going to get in exactly the same position that you are now.
Well, I just want other people to have the chance to have the same dog that I have.
You do?
See, we are talking about the same dog, right? Victoria's reaction is the best.
But I don't know, it was just something in my mind that I wanted to do.
I don't necessarily want to breed him, like keep breeding him and breeding him.
Eric, that decision is extremely irresponsible. You're not a breeder.
I just don't want to.
What are you, 5? No, I don't wanna.
I can see in his eyes you don't understand, lady. If Eric doesn't take this seriously, I don't see good things in his future.
Okay, I'm done picking on this poor dude. I really do hope he's done some maturing and makes better decisions in the future. That brings me to my list of common excuses/reasons to not get your animal fixed. Eric hit on 2 of them. I don't want to put them through it, and I want to breed them. So let's go ahead and talk about that. What can happen if you don't put them through it? Intact males are at a higher risk of developing behavioral issues like aggression or unwanted marking, as well as health issues like testicular and prostate cancer. Unaltered females are at risk for ovarian and uterine cancer and can also exhibit strong negative sexual behaviors. Cats have it worse than dogs, so it is crucial to get them fixed as well. Females especially suffer greatly when left unaltered. Kitty intercourse is incredibly violent and painful for the female, leaving them open to diseases and birth-related dangers. If you let your cat outside, there is no reason good enough to validate leaving them intact. All of this is based on likelihood. It may not happen, but there is a significantly higher risk that it will. Then there's the I want to breed argument. Breeding is a very complicated business. I can't even tell you entirely what is involved, as I myself do not breed. Suffice it to say, putting 2 random dogs together and hoping for the best is irresponsible to say the least. But it can also be dangerous. If your aggressive pit bull mates with another aggressive pit bull, you're going to end up with a litter of ticking time bombs. Reputable breeders track the history of their dogs to ensure only the most desirable traits are being passed on to the next generation. It can be very tricky, as 2 animals may have one trait you are looking for, but also have a history of severe health conditions which make that trait obsolete. Say you have a pair of German Shepherds. and are breeding for personality. Your two dogs exhibit the right temperament, but suffer from severe hip dysplasia. The future generations may have great personalities as well, but their adult lives will be filled with pain and possibly cut short because of it. Looking at pit bulls, we often see deafness as a common characteristic in ones with all white coats. Why? Because when someone breeds a dog for their coat color, a physical anomaly might just be encoded with that trait. Genealogy is a very complex but fascinating study. To sum all that up, if you haven't done enormous amounts of research into the breed, you could be introducing undesirable traits into your breed's gene pool. Backyard breeding also leads to a lot of abandoned and homeless animals. Don't get me wrong, I have no problem with a person getting their animal from a reputable breeder, one that is working to better that breed, or at the very least is aware of the parent's history. I would just caution you to do your due diligence. So if you plan on really putting in the work to breed the best of the best, go for it. If you just want your animal to have little versions of itself, off with its balls! Reason number 3, it will change their personality. Rarely, if ever, does fixing alter an animal's personality for the worse. Like I said before, it can curb aggression issues, which is a positive result. And number 4, I can't afford it. There are so many low-cost clinics out there, that excuse just doesn't fly. Honestly, if you take on an animal, you are responsible for the financial burden. If you can't afford everything your pet needs, you can't afford a pet, period. As far as a time frame for when you should get the procedure done, it can vary depending on who you ask. Some will say the longer the better, while others say as soon as possible. I will say this, for some large breed dogs like Mastiffs, I would not wait any longer than a year, because they can become dangerously aggressive. Great Danes should be okay, as they tend to be more docile. My rule of thumb is no later than 12 months. For females, I've heard some say you should wait for the first heat cycle, and others say to do it before then. I don't honestly know the science behind that, so you'll have to do your own research. Like I said, I'd get it done prior to 1 year. Well, that's all I got. With whatever decision you make, always weigh the pros and cons. Be responsible and do your research. This is ACO Twiggy calling 10-7. Until next time.